All right, a couple of new AI models for everyone. Claude 4.
Yay! I love
Yay!
AI.
Yay! Claude 4.5 Sonnet and Grok 4 Fast, which is faster. They represent the latest leaps in large language models. Anthropic dropped Claude 4.5 Sonnet on September 30th, 2025, positioning it as their most intelligent model to date. Now, Claude is generally considered to be the best AI when it comes to writing. So if you're using AI to augment writing your books, then this is an obvious upgrade for you. Nerdy Novelist has he's a YouTube channel guy. He
It's a
has a
great
take.
channel. If you want to learn how to write a book using AI, I don't cover that, but Nerdy Novelist, that's all he covers.
Yeah, that's all he does
on his channel, and he does great breakdowns of AI models for writing specifically.
So apparently, this new one is a very solid upgrade from older sonnets, especially for outlines, revisions, content creation. If you're prioritizing affordability, the results are reliable for writing, but if you're going to go for more premium creative needs, you still want to stick with Opus. Thomas, do you have any thoughts about this particular one?
So, Sudowrite has already added support for Claude 4.5. Claude is the go-to model for people who write books using AI. So it's generally considered to be the best tool for writing. It's not the best tool for other use cases. It's not very good for research. It's not very good for any sort of like compendium tasks or manuscript analysis tasks,
Right.
because its context window is really small. But it's really good at following instructions, and it's really good at writing. And so, like, for instance, I shifted the Chapterizer, which takes a rough a transcript or rough dictation, just raw dictation, and fixes the homophones and fixes the punctuation. And just today, I switched that from Claude 4.0 to Claude 4.5. I tweaked the prompt a little bit, and now it's like perfect every time in the tests that we're running, and it preserves author notes. So I was working with somebody who's here live. She was giving me her rough transcriptions, and she would leave, like, in parentheses, notes for herself to work on as she's revising that chapter. And those notes were getting cut, and now it's not. So not only is it preserving her wording, but fixing the basic dictation issues, but now it's preserving her notes, which makes the Chapterizer a much, much better tool. I've swapped out over a dozen other Patron Toolbox tools to upgrade them to Claude 4.5. So a lot of the Patron Toolbox tools are going to be better now. But that 200,000 token context window is a real blocker, which leads us to the other new model, which is Grok 4 Fast. So Grok 4 Fast is not quite as smart as Grok 4. It's like 90% as smart as Grok 4, but
Claude 4.
No, Grok 4. So Grok 4 Fast is I'm not sure how it compares with Claude 4.5 in terms of intelligence. They're both really, really smart. But what's magical about Grok 4 Fast is that it has a 2 million token context window.
That's so big.
Which is 2 times bigger than Gemini, which had a 1 million context window, which was 5 times bigger than Claude, which has only 200,000 tokens. So with Grok 4 Fast, you could load up every book in your series into the context window, and then load up your most recent book and have it checked for continuity errors. And Grok 4 Fast be like, oh, well, on page 30 in book 2, such and such minor character had red hair, and in your current book, you have her described as having blonde hair. And I might build a Patron Toolbox tool to check for those continuity errors if I can find a way to do it.
Which I got in trouble writing a story one time because I was writing a novella about this character that I had already written a novel on, and I had the wrong eye. Like, he's missing an eye, and I had the wrong one in the novella, and I had someone point it out to me. I'm like, oh, crud! So I can imagine this thing being extremely useful.
Yeah. Justin is pointing out that Grok 4 Fast has been having a lot of outages. The reason is that it's become the #1 and #2 most popular AI model on OpenRouter. So OpenRouter is the tool that software developers use for code, and they tend to always use whatever is the best model, and they'll all just switch to whatever they think the best model is. And so it's kind of a blessing and a curse to be the best model, because there's like tens of thousands of developers, hundreds of thousands of developers that will just hammer your servers. And so once the developer community picks you, you just hold on for dear life.
Oh no.
So it was Claude for a while, but Claude has fallen behind in coding. And the big thing holding Claude back is that context window. So
Yeah.
for authors doing anything with continuity, context window is really important. And for developers dealing with large code bases, context window is really important. And this 2 million context window is kind of mind breaking.
Yeah.
And it's really industry shattering. And XAI to have come from last place a year ago to first place now just underscores the truism that you never bet against Elon Musk. Just don't do it. His ability to hire good people and do amazing things with technology is just quite remarkable. We're living through some really interesting times.